Well, just back to Tuesday. I mean, a slightly strange one coming back into the team having missed a game.
Yeah, it was. Didn't think about it too much. Obviously, it was frustrating not to play at the weekend, but nice to be recalled, and nice to keep a clean sheet and win a game. It was, I mean, saying disappointment from the weekend. I mean, that's where we're at the moment. That drawing games, especially, it was such a last-minute goal. I think that was the main thing about it. If it had been a 1-1 from them equalising a lot earlier, maybe it wouldn't have felt so bad. But I was in the dressing room after, and it was like a defeat for the lads. That's the way they felt, and that's testament to where we're at this moment in time. So to go into the game the other night, we wanted to get back to winning ways at home, and thankfully we did.
And with the red card, let's just get that one briefly. I think that's the first of your career. That would sting a bit, I think.
Yeah, it was the first of my career. A couple of yellow cards, mainly for having a go at referees, but never reds. Yeah, I mean, it's gone now. Can't do anything about it. But I'm still adamant that watching the video and that I do touch the ball before I touch the chap, but. That's football nowadays, apparently. Chatting to a well-known referee that we all know, and showed it to him, and he was kind of like, it doesn't matter anymore if you get the ball, and then the man, it's open to interpretation now. So I had to deal with it. I had to deal with the ban. It was something that, I was angry about, because I wanted to try and go a whole career without anything. Not that it doesn't taint your career, but it's just a nice thing to say. I'd never been sent off, and a lot of people were sort of surprised at that. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing that they were surprised I'd never had a red card before, but it's done with. It's over, and we go forward.
Yeah, and do you now have to be a little bit more careful if you leave your area, knowing now that you've got to be extra perfect with your tackle?
Do you know what? Probably not. I mean, it did. I'm not going to lie. As we were getting ready to go out for the kick-off, it kind of all of a sudden dawned on me. Jeez, imagine if I get sent off again in the next game. But no, it doesn't. When you're playing, you don't think about these things. The same with the night that it happened. It's a split-second judgment that you have to try and do something. If that arose again, would I do the same again? Yes, I would. But you can't think like that. Speaking to Stuart Naylor, there was probably... At the Southport game, there was probably more of a chance of me getting sent off there, if people can remember it. It was Boyd come straight through, and I've actually gone down to it, but I have pulled out. I pulled all my arms away, but he's actually kicked me in the head, and he did actually lose his balance, but stayed up. You could have probably said that was more of a penalty, more of a red card than what I did against Eastleigh. But it won't affect anything. You have that split second to make the judgment. Next time, I suppose I'll just have to be a little bit quicker running, and I'll work on a few sprints. No.
I can't see that one. But you must be happy with where you are defensively, and I think at home in particular, it's only 3 goals you've conceded in all the games this season, and that's a very good record.
Yeah, we are very proud of it. I think that was a 6th clean sheet the other night. So, if it seems a bit simple to say, if you're not conceding, you've always got a good chance of getting something out of the game. I think, on the other side of that, us as a whole team again, we especially the other night, we had opportunities to kill the games off, and I think that's something that if we were all, hand on heart, being honest, that's the whole team. We need to maybe make things a little bit easier for ourselves, and when we get into a lead, and when we're on top of games, and when we've got opportunities to really kill people off. But saying that, we're still winning games, and even the other night we come in after, and could we play a lot better? Most certainly. Is there a lot more in the tank? You would say most definitely. But teams that have any sort of success win games when they're not playing pretty and they're not quite firing on all cylinders. And at this moment in time, we're on a good run, and we've dug a few games out like that and a few points out like that. So we'll continue, and hopefully we'll score a few more goals, because it's not trying to put pressure on anybody. And then this isn't, when I say about scoring goals, people might think you specifically looking at centre forwards. It's everyone around has to play their part. But without looking too far ahead, obviously, if you look at everyone around us, they've scored quite a few more goals with us, and if we want to be up there and around success and promotion, it may come down to fine lines, as did last year with goals. So hopefully we keep on winning, and hopefully we'll start scoring a few as well and making games a lot easier for ourselves. But you certainly can't question the lads' commitment and their desire and the will to want to get over that line to get 3 points, as I think has been shown quite regularly at this moment in time.
Yeah. And certainly given the issues there, hopefully which will be addressed over the coming weeks, you're fourth in the table. After Saturday, you're pretty much a third of the way through the season. You know, I would say that's probably a pretty good, solid start to the campaign.
Yeah, not too bad at all. I mean, after the first few, there was rumblings, and I've stated it before. I think it was always going to take time. There was a lot of new players in, and a lot had happened at the football club, and it probably took even myself and other lads that were here to a little while to get grounded again and get sort of hit the floor running, and hopefully we have now, and We'll just keep going about our business. We'll let other people talk about other teams that are up there around there and what they're doing. And if we can just keep plodding away, staying in contention, they're all sayings that have been heard many times before in football. But if we can keep in there up until around the Christmas period and just focus and worry about what we need to do, then come the turn of the year, see where we are, and then look from there and look onwards.